Have you ever felt that there are truths about your soul that no one else seems to see? Have you ever wondered if the stars themselves have whispered secrets into your spirit? Secrets so sacred that only those who dare to look deeper can ever uncover them? Tonight, you will discover something that has been hidden for centuries, something that belongs to you if you are a child of Virgo. And if you are not Virgo, what you are about to hear will still awaken your heart, because the energy of Virgo touches all of us, guiding us with invisible hands through the mysteries of life. Virgo is often painted with shallow strokes. People call it the perfectionist, the critic, the one obsessed with the small details. But that is only the surface of the temple, the stone walls seen from the outside. What very few know, what almost no one has ever been told, is that behind those walls lies a sanctuary of hidden power. Virgo is not just about order or routine. Virgo is a keeper of ancient wisdom, a guardian of light, a vessel of healing. Beneath the quiet exterior, there are sacred powers that the world rarely sees. And tonight, we will lift the veil. I invite you to stay with me until the very end, because each truth we reveal will prepare you for the next one. Each revelation is like a sacred key, unlocking a door within your own soul. And when the sixth and final power is revealed, you will not only see Virgo differently, you will see yourself differently. What you will learn here is not found in books, not spoken in casual conversations. It is hidden knowledge, reserved for the seekers, the dreamers, the ones who know deep inside that they were born for something greater. Think of Virgo as the silent lighthouse in the storm. To the world it may appear simple, almost unnoticed, but for the traveler lost at sea, it is the difference between despair and salvation. Virgo carries within its energy a profound mission, to serve not as a servant of men, but as a servant of the divine order, a keeper of purity, a silent healer whose light cannot be extinguished. This is why people often misunderstand Virgo. They look at the surface and never step inside the sanctuary. But tonight, we will step inside together. And as we journey into these hidden chambers of Virgo's spirit, I ask you to open your heart. Do not just listen with your ears, listen with your soul. Because you may find that what I describe here is not only true for Virgo, but is also a mirror for your own journey. The stars do not separate us, they connect us. And through Virgo, we learn how to transform chaos into clarity, wounds into wisdom, and silence into sacred truth. If at any point you feel this energy stirring inside you, if you recognize yourself in the words that flow here, I want you to write in the comments a powerful affirmation. I honor the light within me. Let the world know that you are not afraid to embrace who you truly are. Hidden Power 1. The Alchemy of Perception. Let us step together into the first hidden power of Virgo, a gift that is not obvious to the eyes of the world. It is what I call the alchemy of perception. Virgo does not merely notice details as many people believe. Virgo perceives the invisible threads that weave life together. Imagine standing in a crowded room where countless voices are speaking at once. Most people would hear only the noise, but Virgo feels the subtle change in tone, the slight pause in someone's breath, the weight of silence between words. They see what is unsaid, they sense what is concealed, they notice the sacred order hidden inside the chaos. This perception is not random, it is a divine design. The Virgo soul was built to be a vessel of awareness, to stand as a quiet observer while the world spins in distraction. And through this awareness, Virgo performs an act of alchemy. They take fragments of confusion and transform them into clarity. They take overlooked truths and illuminate them, almost like holding a lantern in the dark. That is why Virgo often seems to carry answers before questions are even asked. The perception of Virgo is not simply sharp, it is prophetic. Think of the moments when you have been surrounded by others, and a Virgo speaks with a quiet observation that suddenly shifts everything. Perhaps it is a small remark about what is really happening beneath the surface, or a gentle warning that no one else noticed was needed. Hours later, days later, even years later, that observation reveals itself as wisdom. This is the essence of Virgo's hidden alchemy. What they see is not only the present, but also the pattern of what is unfolding. Their sight reaches into the future, like roots searching beneath the soil long before the tree emerges. Virgo's perception is a sacred key. It is not about judgment or criticism, as it is so often misunderstood. It is about the ability to see through illusion and reveal truth. Where others see a mask, Virgo senses the person hiding behind it. Where others see only the surface of a situation, Virgo notices the undercurrent pulling beneath it. Where others accept what is visible, Virgo deciphers the invisible. This is why those touched by Virgo energy often save themselves from disaster, because their intuition guided them, their perception whispered to them, and they listened. And yet, this power is not loud. It does not announce itself with fire or thunder. It moves in quiet ripples, subtle but undeniable. This is the alchemy of perception, the ability to transform the unseen into guidance, to take scattered fragments of life and reveal the sacred design beneath them. Virgo does not simply look, Virgo beholds. Virgo does not simply listen. Virgo hears the echo of truth carried through silence. That is why this first hidden power is so rare, so misunderstood, and so essential. Hidden power to the silent healer. There is a second gift within Virgo that very few recognize, and it is perhaps one of the most sacred. I call it the silent healer. Unlike what many imagine, healing is not always about dramatic moments or grand gestures. True healing often moves in silence, almost invisible to the eyes of the world. Virgo carries this gift with a grace that is both subtle and profound. They do not need to announce their role, because their very presence can soften pain, their words can calm storms, and their quiet actions can restore balance to a heart that feels broken. Think about the countless small things Virgo does that most people overlook. The warm meal prepared when someone is weary, the room arranged so that it feels peaceful instead of heavy, the reminder that even in difficult times there is still order, there is still meaning. These gestures may appear ordinary on the surface, but they are acts of spiritual medicine. Virgo heals not only through what they do, but through the vibration they carry. Their energy tells others, "You are safe here, you are cared for, you are not alone." And that message often arrives when it is most desperately needed. This healing power is not learned from books, nor is it taught in schools. It is woven into the very soul of Virgo. It is the way they listen without judgment, the way they notice when someone's voice trembles, the way they anticipate needs before they are spoken aloud. This is what makes Virgo different. While others may overlook suffering unless it is shouted from the rooftops, Virgo detects it in silence, in whispers, in the spaces where pain hides. Their healing is not a performance. It is devotion, lived quietly and authentically. To call Virgo a healer is not just about physical well-being. It is about the spirit, the heart, the energy that flows unseen. They cleanse the atmosphere of tension. They bring structure where there is chaos, and in doing so, they bring peace to the soul. They understand instinctively that true healing comes not only from fixing what is broken, but from creating an environment where the soul can breathe again. That is why so many feel lighter simply by being near Virgo, even if they cannot explain why. The silent healer does not seek recognition. Virgo does not perform for applause. Their healing is a sacred calling, a gift entrusted Pero's quiet souls who know that service is the highest form of strength. And through this gift, Virgo becomes a living sanctuary, a place where others can find rest for their weary spirit. This is the second hidden power, and it is one of the most beautiful, for it reminds us that the most profound healing often happens without a single word spoken. Hidden Power 3. The Keeper of Sacred Order. There is a third hidden power within Virgo that pulses like a secret heartbeat, often misunderstood, yet deeply necessary for the balance of life itself. Virgo is the keeper of sacred order. To many, this may look like a simple desire for cleanliness or organization, but in truth, it is far more than that. It is not about control, it is about alignment. Virgo carries inside their soul a memory of how the universe itself was created, how chaos became cosmos, how scattered stars were placed with perfect intention across the night sky. That memory lives in them, and it pushes them to bring balance wherever they go. This is why Virgo cannot rest easily when something feels out of place. It is not because they are rigid, it is because their spirit remembers harmony. Their soul feels the way a room can suffocate when it is cluttered, the way a conversation loses truth when words are spoken without care, the way a plan can collapse when it is built without structure. Virgo feels disorder not just with their mind, but with their entire being. Their calling is to realign, to bring back the invisible threads that connect everything into one sacred design. Think about it. When Virgo restores order, they are not just tidying a space, they are reawakening energy. They are returning flow paras things that have been blocked. They are reestablishing peace where there was noise. This hidden power is not about perfection. It is about devotion. It is about remembering that life works best when there is rhythm, when there is harmony, when there is sacred order. Virgo stands as the silent guardian of that truth, carrying a map that few others even know exists. Hidden Power 4. The Guardian of Purity. Now we arrive at the fourth hidden gift, one that shines like a candle in the storm. Virgo is the guardian of purity, and here, purity does not mean flawlessness. It is not about living without mistakes. Purity in the Virgo spirit is about intention. It is about holding a heart that cannot be corrupted by the noise and the shadows of the world. Virgo's purity is not fragile. It is unshakable. It is the quiet promise to remain true to themselves, even when the world tries to bend them into something else. This is why Virgo can appear critical, both of themselves and of others. But beneath that lies something radiant. They are searching for truth, for honesty, for something untouched by falsehood. Their inner purity acts as a shield of light, keeping them aligned with authenticity. When the world grows chaotic, when lies seem louder than truth, Virgo stands with an incorruptible soul. Their light may be soft, but it cannot be extinguished. Purity in Virgo is also the gift of discernment. They can feel when something is genuine and when it is false. They can sense when an intention is clean and when it is poisoned by ego. This ability protects not only themselves, but also those around them. They become guardians, holding the flame of authenticity so that others may remember what it feels like to be real. Virgo reminds us that purity is not about never falling. It is about rising again, each time, with the heart still unbroken by corruption. This fourth hidden power is a treasure because it sustains hope. In a world that often celebrates illusion, Virgo chooses truth. In a world that often glorifies masks, Virgo remains unmasked. They are the candle that still flickers even in the strongest wind, steady and unwavering, and through this purity, they guide others back Paro's parts of themselves they thought they had lost. Hidden Power 5. The Architect of Souls. There is a fifth hidden power within Virgo, and it is one of the most extraordinary gifts they carry. Virgo is not only a builder of structures or routines, they are the architect of souls. While others may focus on creating things that can be seen with the eyes, Virgo works quietly on what can only be felt with the heart. Their guidance, their honesty, their ability to refine and shape, these are not accidents. They are sacred tools. Virgo has a way of helping people see who they truly are, even when those people cannot see it for themselves. Think back to the moments when someone believed in you more than you believed in yourself, when a voice encouraged you to keep going, when a gentle push led you to step into your potential. That is the work of Virgo. They see raw potential, the way an artist sees a blank canvas. They see the masterpiece inside the stone, just as a sculptor does before striking the first blow. And patiently, faithfully, they help shape the greatness hidden in others. This is why many leaders, healers, and dreamers can trace their journey back, Paro's influence of a Virgo who spoke truth, who corrected them, or who refused to let them settle for less than they were meant to be. This gift is not about control. It is about love, expressed through refinement. Virgo does not create to take credit. They create because their soul is restless until potential becomes reality. They are architects not of monuments, but of destinies. And though their work may never be fully acknowledged, its impact is eternal. The person they guided, the spirit they uplifted, the life they quietly redirected toward purpose, these are monuments that last longer than stone. Hidden Power 6. The Cosmic Servant. And now, the sixth hidden power, the one that may be the most misunderstood, yet the most divine. Virgo carries within them the archetype of the cosmic servant. The word servant is often mistaken as weakness, but here it means something entirely different. To serve, in the Virgo spirit, is not to bow to man, but to rise Paro's divine. It is to embody the sacred truth that the highest power is found in humility, in devotion, in becoming a vessel for something greater than the self. Virgo serves not because they are lesser, but because they are chosen. Their gift is to pour love into the small, the ordinary, the overlooked, and in doing so they elevate the entire vibration of the world. When Virgo offers help, it is not only assistance, it is alignment. When Virgo dedicates themselves to a task, no matter how humble, they are infusing it with divine order. When Virgo gives their heart Paro's needs of others, they are embodying the deepest kind of spiritual leadership, the kind that uplifts without needing recognition. This power is hidden because it wears the disguise of simplicity, but in truth, it is majestic. The cosmic servant is the quiet anchor in a stormy world, the one who gives without expecting, who holds the fabric of community together through devotion. Virgo shows us that true greatness does not roar with pride, but whispers with grace. They remind us that service is not submission. It is the soul choosing to reflect the divine. And through this final hidden power, Virgo fulfills its sacred mission, transforming every small act into a prayer, every devotion into a form of eternal strength. And now, as our journey comes to its sacred conclusion, let us take a moment to breathe deeply and truly feel everything that has been revealed. We have walked through 6 hidden powers of Virgo, each one a light in the darkness, each one a reminder that the world is never as ordinary as it seems. Virgo is not simply an earth sign in the zodiac wheel. Virgo is a bridge Paro's divine, a mirror of truth, a healer of wounds, and a guardian of sacred purity. To know Virgo is to step into a sanctuary where spirit meets matter, where devotion meets strength, where silence speaks louder than thunder. When you think of Virgo now, I want you to see more than the stereotypes the world repeats. Do not limit Virgo to the labels of perfectionist or critic. See them as the alchemist of perception, the silent healer, the keeper of sacred order, the guardian of purity, the architect of souls, and the cosmic servant. 6 gifts that are rare, 6 treasures that almost no one ever truly sees. These powers are not loud. They do not demand attention, but they shape lives. They change futures. They heal hearts. And they lift entire communities without ever asking for recognition. This reflection is not only for Virgo, it is Paro's hearts of all who listen. Because the lesson of Virgo is universal. The lesson is that the small things are sacred. The details are divine. The quiet service is often the most powerful act of all. The lesson is that true strength is found not in dominance, but in devotion. And if you can learn to see the world with Virgo's eyes, you too can become an alchemist of perception, a healer through presence, a guardian of truth, a servant of love. Virgo stands as proof that greatness does not always need applause. Greatness is often hidden in the folds of humility. Greatness is often disguised as a helping hand, a listening ear, or a gentle word at the right time. Virgo reminds us that the universe itself was built on order, on balance, on quiet devotion, and that when we embody these things, we align ourselves Paro's sacred rhythm of creation. And through this alignment, we become more than human. We become vessels of divine purpose. So as we close this circle, hold these truths in your heart. Virgo is more than a sign. Virgo is a vibration, a frequency, a sacred calling. And whether you are Virgo or simply touched by their presence, may you never forget that the quietest souls often hold the strongest powers. May you remember that the smallest acts can carry the greatest light. And may you walk forward with renewed strength, knowing that within you too there are gifts hidden, waiting to be awakened by faith and by courage. This is the legacy of Virgo. This is the hidden truth that only the seekers will ever know. And tonight, you have become one of those seekers. Let these words stay with you, guide you, and awaken you Para's infinite journey of your own soul. Because the stars are not above you, they are within you. And Virgo is the reminder that even in silence, even in the simplest of acts, the universe is speaking, always guiding, always loving. If this message has touched your heart, if it has stirred something deep within your spirit, I invite you to continue this journey. Watch the other videos on this channel, because each one is another key, another revelation, another step into the mysteries that the universe longs to share with you. Stay with us, for your soul has only just begun to awaken.